The Andy Slater Show, sponsored by Catch a Slater Production.
I love bringing people the absolute latest first. If it's out there, you guys need to know it immediately.
The Andy Slater Show is on right now. 866-801-0940. Twitter hashtag Andy Slater 940 wins.
3:04 on a Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you. Coach Partridge, head football coach of FAU. He's in studio with us today as a special co-host, and you've made it through an hour, Coach. You know, pretty good debut, I think, by you.
Well, I'm enjoying every minute of it, and it's not only fun but educational as well. I think we've all learned a lot here today.
Yeah, we learned a lot about owls a little while ago, thanks to our buddy at Flamingo Gardens, and we've got a special guest coming up here momentarily, and you have no idea who it is. And
none. The
guest will be on the phone line with us in just a little bit, plus Sergeant Wysocki. He joins us every Wednesday. He'll be in here in about 25 minutes from now. So if you have any questions, Coach, for Sarge when he gets in here about things you've seen on the road, he always takes your calls. But since you're here, you can ask him a question too.
I do have a few things coming to mind, Sergeant.
All right,
I'm excited about this.
We'll get to that in just a little bit. Again, Coach Partridge, the head coach for FAU football, he's in studio with us, guest co-host today. And we did not let him know who's going to be joining us. Coach, you have no idea who's on the phone, do you?
None. Zero.
Alfred Morris, the running back for the Washington Redskins of FAU. You were an owl, Alfred. Is there anything Coach Partridge needs to know?
First of all, I'm still an owl. I was an owl. I'm always going to be an owl. You know, that's where I got pretty much my start to where I am today. So, I mean, I'm always an owl.
Alfred, buddy, it's great to have you on the radio, man. Thank you for calling in.
Not a problem.
That's awesome, man.
What is Coach Partridge? I mean, obviously, he's been a coach for quite some time in college football, but what does he need to know about FAU that he may not know?
I mean, we have our core fans are some great fans. I call them our super fans. They're going to be at every game, rain, sleet, snow. Granted, it's not going to be snow down there. But
you never know.
They're always going to show up. I think that's one thing that's to know. I mean, like, I heard you guys talking about the fans at the Heat and the Pacers and how fans leave. You know, we're going to have those fans. Some days you might have a packed out stadium, like our home opening when we first opened the stadium, and other days you have like a handful of fans. But those handful of fans are loyal. That handful of fans are the ones that pretty much I feel keep FAU going.
Well, I'll tell you what, Alfred, what you've done for the legitimacy of our program is you can't measure it. And you know I coach J.J. Watt, and he got a chance to be around you at the Pro Bowl game, and he thinks the world of you. And, it's awesome. And whenever I tweet or send something out about you, the response from those loyal fans is quick and is always positive, man. So it's great.
Well, thank you.
What did FAU stadium, the stadium itself, to have an on-campus stadium, what did that mean to you? You think there was a big meaning there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It meant a lot. I didn't realize coming in how long they were promising that, how many classes they promised that stadium to, and just to be the first senior class to actually play in, and just to get to play in it, and just at all was huge. You know, just how everything that was building up to it, just how much they promised it. Oh, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be here, it'll be there. And then it got to a point that we didn't think it was gonna happen. And just for it to happen, and the time frame that they did it in was pretty impressive. For them to put it up and just to play in it was just a lot. You know, that's why I was so hurt after that game, because after so much, you know, it was so promised to so many people, and we went in there and we did not play the type of game we know we could play, and we ended up losing. And I was just so hurt by that. I feel like we let everybody down. Everybody that came in there before us, anybody, whoever was an owl, had anything to do with the stadium being built, I feel like we let them all down.
Again, Alfred Morris, running back for the Washington Redskins, actual Pro Bowl running back for the Washington Redskins, joining us here on 940. So when you're at FAU and, you know, you've got tough schedules and tough competition, you go to Washington, you get drafted, a 6th-round draft pick. Do your teammates, you're a rookie, do your teammates, when you come in, say, well, you're from FAU, you know, what are you going to do?
No, not at all. I mean, coming in, it really doesn't matter where you come from. I mean, it does matter where you get drafted. I can't say that, but it doesn't really matter what school you came from. If you can play, I mean, they just want the best players to be on the field, and they just it's all about winning, to be honest with you. So, and we all, whether you drafted, undrafted, we all have to prove ourselves. Nobody's job is secure in the NFL, and whether they like you or not, it's not really about favoritism. Like you have to prove yourself. You have to be able to go out there and produce on the field. If you're not, they'll find somebody else to come and do it. So it was never that thing like, oh, you're from FAU, you can't do anything for us. You know, they receive me with open arms from Santana Moss, DY, the fullback, the coaching staff. They receive me with open arms, and I definitely appreciate it. You know what I had, and I still do appreciate what I do have there.
Alfred, I got a question for you. This is Coach Partridge. I think back during your time, you saw so much incredible growth. You got recruited by a legend in Howard Schnellenberger, and you see an on-campus stadium be built. What do you think? I'm curious what you would tell the listeners the ceiling for FAU and the football program really is. How high do you think we can take this thing?
We can take it as high as we dream. We can take it. It goes to just really the players and how good they think they can be and expect us to get. If we, set the bar low, then we won't go far at all. But if we set that bar high and know it and have confidence knowing that we can be a great program, that we can be the the Florida State, or any other big program, that we can get there. It's about a mindset, a willingness to work hard, to do what it takes to become a big program, and that's everybody on the same page, everybody working towards one goal, and that's kind of to build a great program. That's what kind of drew me to FAU was like you go to some of these bigger schools, and all of them they already have all this history. They have that. They have this prestige, and what drew me to be a part. I wanted to be a part of something new. I wanted to be a part of making history, not just to be a part of history. And that's really something that really drew me to FAU. And I'm glad that I was able to help a little bit. And I know our program has got much more recognition now, and it's going to continue to grow. And as long as I know you guys are going to do a great job of recruiting young guys who have that mindset that this can be something great. All we have to do is put in our time, put in our effort, and this program can be big as any program there is out there.
Alfred, I was curious, when you got to the Redskins, when you were drafted, at what point does an athlete, especially when you're drafted in the 6th round, you come from not a huge known program like FAU, and you go to a team like the Redskins, at what point while you're there do you start realizing, and does it start clicking in that, wow, I can do this? Not only can I do this, I can excel at a really high level, and I belong here. Can you kind of walk us through when that happened?
That happened before I even got to the Redskins, to be honest with you. I always had this mindset of that I wanted to do something great in life. I wanted to be the best no matter what. Whether I was a janitor, an athlete, or, whether I was working fast food. I always wanted to be the best at what I do. And if I'm going to put my name on anything, I want to be the best at it. So that's always been my mindset. And, I knew it was going to be tough going to FAU to make it to the next level, but I knew it wasn't impossible. And I knew I had the work ethic. I had the drive to get there. And I was able to get there. And my mindset going in was like, all I need is the opportunity to show what I can do. And I went out, I went out there every day, and I worked my butt off, and I made mistakes. And it was times I thought I was going to go home. But I was like, no. I was like, I know if I give it my all, and I can look myself in the mirror at night and say that I did give it my all, that whether they cut me, whether they keep me, that I know I can sleep at night. And I wasn't just going out there and working hard. I was able to get my opportunity, and it came a lot sooner than I expected. I honestly thought maybe around 5th or 6th game, after making the team, that maybe I would get some playing time around that time. But I actually got playing time. A couple of people got mixed up, unfortunately, in the preseason game, and they gave me an opportunity. They gave me the ball, and I took the opportunity, and I ran with it, literally. And I never looked back. And they won me ever since. And my mindset that I was still is to never get complacent. I never had that mindset as if I made it, because I had to make it. There's still so much room for improvement. There's so much more I can do. And as long as I keep that mindset, I continue to get better. I continue to just strive in the NFL. I mean, it's a crazy business, but I mean, I'm always having fun, and that's really the key. Just when I've been having fun.
Well, I'll tell you guys, when I got hired in December and obviously knew about Alfred and his success right away, some of the guys, when I got hired told me, you're going to see Alfred around the building. But what amazed me was the first time I met Alfred, you may or may not remember, it was after an early morning workout, and have seen him several times since then. And Alfred doesn't come in with the desire to be catered to. He comes in to work, and you walk in down to the weight room any day at any time. Alfred, a former FAU Owl, now a All-Pro running back for the Redskins, he's down in there working like he's trying to still make the team. Alfred, who do you credit that drive coming from? Are there people in your past that you say they're what made you the kind of person that has this drive when nobody's really watching?
My parents, my relatives, just the close family that I grew up with. We didn't have much. We always had each other. And my mom, my mom and my dad, they will always live by example. They weren't the type of people who just say something. They actually did it. Like my mom I have 6 brothers, so 7 boys. She worked 40-plus hours a week. She cooked, she cleaned. And on top of that, she went to school and she ultimately got her master's degree while doing all these other, taking care of her business. And she showed us that anything worth having, it's not going to come easy, but it's worth going to fight for it. And she fought. And through all, seeing my mom cry, just seeing her break down, but she always stand strong. She was able to accomplish her dream even after having, it was late, after having so many kids, but she still did it. Just having that drive is one example I can use. And she taught us to be go-getters. And I always remember that type of stuff. My mom always defined character as doing the right thing when no one is watching. And like you said, my mind says I haven't made the team. I'm always trying to make the team because it is a business. And if they can find somebody else to replace you, they will. I mean, that's just the sad truth of the business that we are in. And so I'm always working to make the team. I'm always, like I said, trying to find ways to become better, to keep my job so I can keep playing this game I love, to keep having one out there, not only on Sundays, but Monday through Saturday as well, to have fun. That's my drive. And it's once my parents and my brothers and my aunts and uncles and cousins that was around us that always supported us, who always, live by an example instead of just talking it. They lived it and showed us how to get it done. And that's definitely something I always remember, and I keep to it even to this day.
Well, I'll tell you what, Alfred, you're making Owls across this region and across the country extremely proud. You've worked your tail off to get to this point, and I'm extremely grateful that you called in, and we're working to make you and all the guys you played with very, very proud of where we go from here.
Oh, thank you. I have no doubt. I'm glad they hired you, and I'm always, like I said, I'm always going to be an Owl, and I love to see my school do well and to exceed. And I know I told them I was like, give it like 3 or 4 years, 2, 3, 4 years. I was like, this program is going to be known across the nation. So I'm still sticking to that. I'm still believing in that. And I think with you, I know it can happen. So I'm very optimistic about this upcoming season, and I'm excited. Any game I can catch, I'm watching. Come on TV, radio, if I can get hold to it, I'm definitely going to watch it or listen.
How about when they beat Nick Saban in Alabama?
That'd be awesome. Honestly, when I played, I was probably the only one when we go play some of the biggest teams. I was like, we're gonna win today. We're winning this game today. I don't know how it's gonna get done, but we're gonna win. But like all you need is a bunch of guys to be on the same page, and just the whole team to be on the same page. And anything is possible.
Yeah.
There's so many examples to, just the history of college football. Like I think one of the most recent ones I can remember is when Appalachian State beat Michigan State. I was like, those guys, they like. People don't realize that just because it's a big school, they have a big name, that don't make them any better than you. We all put our pants on and pass on the same way. It's a mindset. It's a willingness. Who wants it more? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, why not FAU, right? Why not FAU, Alfred, right?
Any given day you can win or lose, and you have to be on the same page. And if we get all the guys on the same page and have that same mindset, like we're going to win today, I definitely think it's possible. And I mean, call me crazy, but that's my mindset. That's just the type of guy I am.
Alfred, I told Coach Partridge that if they do beat Bama in Bama, not that it would matter where the game is, but you beat Nick Saban, he becomes like a South Florida hero, like immediately.
Oh, definitely. If it happens, when it happens, I'm gonna go crazy. Like they're gonna have to like put me in a straitjacket or something to shut me up.
Well, let's get you on the sideline during your bye week, buddy, huh? Let's see if we can figure that out, okay? Well, maybe we'll even pad you up.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Thank you.
Again, Alfred Morris, all-pro running back for the Washington Redskins. We really appreciate the time.
Alfred, I got to ask you a quick question before we let you go. Are you still driving that 1991 Mazda?
Yes, to be honest, I'm sitting in it right now.
Oh!
That's the best. I love it.
I'm at the gas pump. I need gas, so I was doing the interview before I filled up. So I almost thought I was gonna get the boot. Some guy walked up to the car, but he went back. I thought it was a 10. I thought he was gonna tell me I had to move if I wasn't getting gas, but it worked out. So I'm just glad I got to call and do the interview. But I'm gonna gas my baby up now. Still driving.
In the 91 Mazda.
Bentley. It's called Bentley.
66.
How many miles?
Right now it's 130,676 miles.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Alfred Morris, thanks again for joining us, man. Best of luck.
Not a problem. Thank you so much.
All right, again, all-pro running back for the Washington Redskins. I said former Al, but current Al. I guess once you're an Al, you're always an Al. Thanks again to Alfred Morris.
What an impressive young man.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't get, until we get them on the show and we could talk to them like this. I mean, wow, Coach, if that's what's coming out of FAU and that kind of, I mean, what an ambassador for FAU and FAU sports. Jeez.
The first time I met him, he was over on the side working out, and someone had to point him out to me. I said, come on, that's, I'm used to the guys coming back, and not all of them, but they want you to know that, they've made it at the next level, and God bless them. They've done amazing things, but Alfred is a kid that I love it. All he does is work. And, I mean, he's driving a 91 Mazda, guys. Right?
It's unbelievable.
It's awesome.
Does he still live down here?
Part-time. He's back and forth between here and Washington, but he's down here a lot during the offseason.
That's great.
We're going to have Sergeant Wysocki in studio in about 10 minutes from now. He joins us every Wednesday. That's Sergeant Wysocki with the Florida Highway Patrol. He takes your calls. It's a weekly call-in segment. You guys are always driving all the time, including you, Coach Partridge. So there's plenty of things that we get involved in, things that we see. So, again, Sergeant Wysocki, he'll be with us in 10 minutes. And maybe you're going to have some protection, I guess, on the sideline too, right? And then when you get to midfield, there's always a trooper, someone with the Florida Highway Patrol that's going to have to be near you.
Yeah. I guess there will be some guys there. And Sergeant Wysocki, any interest?
Yeah, maybe Sergeant Wysocki will take that gig.
Oh, man.
We'll chat with him in just a few. Again, Coach Partridge, Charlie Partridge, a head coach for FAU football. He is in studio with us until 4 o'clock today as a guest co-host. We're back right after this.